Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to Chef Vic Cuisine. So today we're going to be making some red velvet chocolate chip cookies. Now, if you're a fan of red velvet like I am, you're going to love these. They're really easy to make, they melt in your mouth, and they're good for all year round. So let's get started.
Okay, so for the ingredients, you'll need 1.5 cups plus 1 tablespoon of all-purpose flour, a 1/4 cup of unsweetened natural cocoa powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 cup of unsalted butter, 3/4 cup of packed light brown sugar, a 1/4 cup of granulated white sugar, and you'll need 1 large egg at room temperature, 1 tablespoon of buttermilk, 2 teaspoons of pure vanilla extract, and then 1 tablespoon of red food coloring, a liquid or gel, and finally 1 cup of milk chocolate chips. Okay, first you're going to whisk the flour, cocoa powder, baking soda, and salt together until they're well combined in a large size bowl. And you're going to set that aside. Now, using a handheld mixer or a stand mixer with a paddle attachment, you're going to beat the butter on high speed until it's creamy and smooth for about 1 to 2 minutes. You can scrape down the sides and the bottom of the bowl as needed throughout this process with the rubber spatula. Next, you're going to beat in the brown sugar and the white sugar until it's well combined and creamy for about 1 more minute. Finally, beat in the egg, buttermilk, and vanilla extract and scrape down the sides of the bowl and the bottom of the bowl as needed with your rubber spatula to make sure everything is well combined.
You're looking for this type of consistency in your wet batter.
In the next section, switch to a hook attachment on your stand mixer and pour the dry ingredients a 1/3 portion at a time into the wet ingredients while the mixer is running on low, ensuring that the previous dry portion is well incorporated into the wet mixture before adding the next one. A soft dough will be formed after the last portion of the dry is added. Once it's mixed, add the food coloring and beat the dough until it's well combined and the color changes to red. You can whisk in a teaspoon or 2 more teaspoons of food coloring if you would like the dough to be a brighter red. On low speed with the hook attachment, fold in the chocolate chips. The dough will be slightly sticky. Cover the dough tightly with plastic wrap and chill it for at least 1 hour. Chilling the dough in the refrigerator is mandatory. It has to chill for at least an hour before baking, otherwise it'll spread too thin when you bake. Now, preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. You can line 1 or 2 large baking sheets with parchment paper or silicone baking mats and set those aside. Now, scoop about 1.5 tablespoons of dough and roll it into a ball. Place about 10 to 12 of these dough balls onto each baking sheet. Bake each batch for 11 to 12 minutes. The cookies will only slightly spread as they bake. Once removed from the oven, press down on the warm cookies to slightly flatten them and form the cracks and creases. Stick a few additional chocolate chips into the tops of these cookies for a better look. Finally, allow the cookies to cool on the cookie sheet for about 5 minutes before transferring them to a wire rack to cool completely. And there you have it. You just made red velvet chocolate chip cookies. These are so delicious, really easy to make, and they satisfy any chocolate cravings you have. And now, the moment of truth. Let's see how these look. So good. I can't wait for you guys to try this at home. If you like this content, drop me a like, and if you try this recipe at home, let me know how it turns out in the comments. Don't forget, this recipe and many, many more are available in Chef Vic Cuisine Volume 1, Finding Your Inner Chef, available on Amazon. The link is in the description box. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on another episode of Chef Vic Cuisine.